Okay, so welcome to our weekly memory recitation. This is, what's today's date? 10th, October 10th, 2014. And I think this is probably the nicest day of the year, right? In terms of the weather. Not too hot. Well, but it's not as hot as it was last week, right? Okay, it's getting better. So we've got a full room. I still don't have some papers from some people. Nick. Okay, well, we had a meeting, a couple good meetings today. One was with the former Sheriff Bill Young, and he was very impressed and energized, and in his years of police thing hasn't seen anything like this, which is true. The school is unique. When we got approved, they said this was a unique school. And he's going to do what he can do to help us get some additional help. So one of the things he talked about was a van. Can anybody think of what we could possibly use a van for?
To pick up the van. The band, dude.
A van, okay.
He said a van.
A van. A van.
We recruit new
Well, first of all, we're going to need more than one van because it's at least 30 people in the class, right?
Oh, that would be a bus.
How about one of those big bluebird motorhomes?
Yeah, go see what it has for also a van.
Right, okay. So,
We can use it to raise money.
Also, it's pretty similar.
Do a conversion, but yeah.
okay, so that was one thing. Then we just had a meeting with Manpower. And the good news is we now have a deal with Manpower so that everybody who's qualified in their 13th week will go do their last 4 weeks of internship at Manpower. So that's another layer of training, and then they will get you into one or more employers with the opportunity of full-time, stable and meaningful employment.
Manpower?
Well,
Working for Manpower.
going to Manpower for training, and then working for Manpower placed at other businesses.
After you intern there.
Well, your internship will be at/with Manpower.
So we will make some money.
No.
Okay.
Internship is you don't get paid.
Right, I understand.
Okay. Externship is you get paid.
Okay.
But you will be at Manpower with Manpower, and they're going to get you placed at internships.
So that's a great deal.
Yeah, it's a great deal because that's what they do. They have relationships. They love what we do. They know that our graduates are many steps above because no one else has a 16-week program that trains what we train for, especially the cloud. And so they might want to take cloud classes here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
The people at Manpower. So, well, Sherry, once again, the thanks goes to Sherry for doing this. But that was our meeting. I have to send an email to Tony Shea letting him know that this is what we've got going with Manpower. And starting next week, people who are qualified get to go. And the key word is qualified. Yes, Horace.
What again is Tony Shea's involvement with the Larson Trans?
His involvement is he funds businesses, and he funds businesses in this area that need employees, that need high-quality employees. And typically, the people he funds don't have experience with HR type stuff. Okay, and he doesn't want them to fail because they make bad hiring decisions. So this is a synergistic relationship. He does not give us any money. He's not an owner investor. This is a nonprofit school. We don't get money, but he provides this space. And he lets his staff know to help us however they can. So in a certain sense, we get preferential treatment over people just coming in off the street. Okay, did that answer your question? Okay. We had one student here who thought this was Tony Shea's school, and when she didn't like the director, when she didn't like me, she threatened to call Tony Shea and have me fired. Okay. So
Did it work?
she didn't understand that he didn't have that role. He doesn't want that role. That's not, he doesn't get actively involved in the businesses he does. But the key thing is, what does qualified mean? And qualified really means you do what you're supposed to do here. And what do you think, what have I repeated many times are some of the things that you're supposed to do? Like on Fridays. What are some of the things you're supposed to do?
Shut the computer down.
Well, yeah, that is true.
Know how to access Drive, calendar.
Okay, what is the thing that I always stress is very important? Right, memorizing your poems. Okay, memorizing your poems demonstrates to people that you're going the extra mile.
Committed.
What?
Committed.
Yeah, that demonstrates that. Okay, Bill Young walks in the door, he sees, wow. You say where you're from, he says, wow. Okay, he sees you're sitting in front of computers, you're doing stuff, he says, wow. You tell him people that from Catholic Charities, etc., walk here to come to school. He says, wow. But the missing thing is, how do we know they're learning anything? You know, what is the proof that's in the pudding that you're learning anything? These sessions right now are the proof that's in the pudding. Okay, that you have the ability to remember stuff. Because they've been around, FIT, Hope for Prisoners That We Like, you know, I'm not complaining about anybody, but in a week, you don't retain enough knowledge. I think everybody here now gets, if we do something and the next day I say, what did we see yesterday, what did it say? There's a memory gap, right? Because our brains are not designed that way. And being older, we haven't practiced doing that. So people from UNLV have an advantage, people just graduated from UNLV, have an advantage because guess what? For the last 15 years, they have been getting their brain to practice remembering stuff, new stuff. They're better at it. It's like going to the gym every day. Well, this is proof that we're going to the mental gym every day, that we're really working our brain to do stuff. Okay? The only time you can demonstrate typing is if somebody says, okay, go type. How often are you going to get that chance?
Because I've been gone the last year.
Huh?
I'm really rusty.
On typing? And it's just been a week, basically? Okay.
10 years away from it.
Well, but how, if you say I can type 30 words a minute, how does the person you say that to know? You got to say, okay, here's the keyboard, go do it. Okay? If I say people, or the school says our students are developing their memories, they're remembering the shit they're learning, how do we demonstrate that? Guess what? This thing right here, YouTube. They can go on YouTube anytime. They get to see who you are. So that's why I keep coming back to this memory stuff is very important. We set aside half an hour a day. Really, there's not any reason you can't be memorizing stuff if you're putting the energy into it. Monday we have a very important meeting. Tuesday we have another very important meeting. Very soon, and I know I've been saying this for a while, but at some point very, very soon, these seats are going to be needed. More people are going to be, we're already getting to that point, right? New people come in, where do we put these, where do these people sit? I want to make sure the people who are here get these seats, and you kind of have to earn them. But, you know, when it comes to the point when manpower, you go to manpower, if they say this person is not ready, guess what happens? Huh? No, because the good news is it won't make the school look bad initially. No, you're dropped. You're going to be dropped from here. That's what's going to happen. We're not taking you back. Okay? Okay? It's under our control. You have to be, like John Ponder was saying the other day, you just have to want to do this. It's not enough to just show up. Okay? It's not enough to just show up. Showing up is 90% of it. If you don't show up, you're not going to change. But just because you show up, you're not going to change either. And so, you know, like I say, Facebook, it would be very easy for me to stop the Facebook. I think you know we can just just turn on the software on here that says don't let anybody go to facebook.com or facebook.asterisk, and you can't go there. But does that make us better people if I do that? No, because when you get to work, okay, and so we aren't, so to Ron's point, we are not going to send people to Manpower who we think they're going to say this person isn't good enough, because that will reflect on the school. We're not going to do that. We want to send people who are going to be successful, because when you go someplace, it's going to be like Tony in the market. And that was a strategic investment today, because some of the people might have been thinking, huh, if I look sharp here, I might get a job here. Other people were probably thinking, still thinking, you know, what can I get away with in here? Okay? Can I take 2 pieces of whatchamacallit?
Samples.
Yeah. Can I complain about something? Will I make a comment that's not really positive or appreciative? Hey, I wanted more cream in my coffee. No, I wasn't there, so I don't know what happened. You guys know what happened. But how you go in there, we're trying to get the downtown project to feel good. Bringing 19 people in the morning is a sign of, hey, we're trying to help you guys.
Yeah, bringing them business.
Okay, now if they think that some people are checking out, what can I put in my pocket? What happened? That really backfired.
It says, Tony, I'll be for lunch. Come to the store.
And I'm not saying anything like that happened at all. I'm just saying as an example.
Right.
If that was the example. If the example was, if everybody went in with the attitude of, we're here, we're part of the downtown project, we want to support you because we know if we support you, you're going to support us. People will say to Tony, when she comes into work, hey, you know, all of the school came in this morning. She's going to say, great. When there's an opening there for work, what is Tony then going to do? Right. It's all like a game of checkers. Okay, this is like a game of checkers, not really like a puzzle, because the puzzle doesn't play back, right? Okay, there's an opponent, and you have to be, all of these opportunities and advantages you have to be doing. So Manpower will be here Monday morning at 10:15 to talk about the internship program and their expectations. Yeah.
Now, is Manpower another tool for us here to get a job?
Well, it is. That's their primary purpose.
For Larson?
No, for you. We're not looking for jobs for Manpower. I have my job. My job is to help you get a job, and their job is to get you placed.
Manpower distributors. They look for work.
Not just temp.
They're temp to hire.
Temp to hire. The purpose with them is, but if I think of what you're asking, if you don't do good here and you go to Manpower separately, will they help you? Probably not, right? Because they're going to say, oh, well, this guy came in from Larson, he didn't make it, right? Okay, now the good news is the internships are for week 13 through 16. This is week 1 for you, right? Or week 2?
Right?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay. The last 4 weeks, week 13, 14, 15, and 16.
It has to be during that time?
Yeah.
What I know about...
Because you have to demonstrate that you know everything else. Now, there can be exceptions. Okay, there can be exceptions, but our deal with them is week 13 through 16, people don't come here anymore. They go to their office, their training facility, they get trained, they get placed, and they're out doing internships for the purpose of permanent employment. Okay, that is the thing. And that is huge. And the reason it's huge is because you are committing 16 weeks to learn skills that other people don't know, that people will walk here to come to school. And to them, that says a lot. You know, if people will walk there, that says a lot. You know, there are other people who don't have to walk here, but the people who walk here make everybody else look good, because the presumption is, well, just because they don't have to walk, it doesn't mean they wouldn't have walked. You know, that's how good the school is. Yeah.
That the internship, is that going to fly with Casa Grande? Because you know, they're going to be looking for a check out of us.
Not during your internship. We've already crossed this bridge with Casa Grande. Huh?
How does that work? Because my last 4 weeks I do medical.
Well, they would place you in medical. Okay. Yeah.
Does it matter how you get a percentage of your check for being placed?
Are you complaining?
They wouldn't do it for free.
Okay, let's say you're a actor or you're an entertainer and you have an agent. Does your agent get paid?
Yeah.
If you're Robert De Niro and you get $20 million a movie and your agent gets $2 million, are you going to complain to him that, you know, I don't really think you're worth $2 million?
I'm just asking.
I understand. Okay. Well, now you need to think of yourselves as that and think of them as your agent. If you're a pro athlete, do you have an agent? Yeah. All of them do, no matter what. But one of the things about having an agent that's good for you, and this is how you should think of manpower, one of the things is they are not personally involved, meaning they're just looking for the best thing for their client. Whereas what people do is they get emotionally involved. Well, I'm going to keep working here because I like the other guys at work. I'm going to keep working here. I don't really like my job, but it's close. Yeah, I know I should be getting paid a lot more money, but I really don't feel like looking. You know, the movie that Robert De Niro would take for $20 million and get 18, if he liked the script, he might have said, I'll do this for free. His agent steps in and says, no, you're not doing it for free. You're going to do it for $20 million, and I get 2. Okay? So that's how you need to think of them, is they, whatever money they make off of you, you're going to benefit from. And the probability of, and you can do some numbers to figure out, well, if they're making $2 an hour off of me, and they get me a job 2 weeks earlier than I would have gotten a job by myself. So I'm getting paid 2 weeks sooner than I would have gotten paid, but I'm getting $2 less an hour. You know, when is it not worth it? Right? So, you know, if you're taking home $10 an hour times 40 hours is 400 times 2 is 800. 800 divided by 2 is 400 hours. That would be 10 weeks. You know, they're getting you a job. They're saving you money by getting you that job early. So that's the way to think of them.
Right.
Well,
They're much more than
I got a question.
Yeah.
Are they in any way guaranteed the job will be above minimum wage? Have you discussed that, whether we're going to stay on a job paying 10, 11 an hour?
Okay. The good news is you don't have to accept any job. They are not forcing you to go to a job. Okay, they're going to say, hey, Kevin, we have this for you. Do you want it?
Well, I want something better than minimum wage.
Well, I understand that. I want $1 million an hour, too. Because my restitution is $1,000 an hour.
What the jobs would be for us when we go to them.
Well, I don't know. And a lot of it depends upon your skills. Okay? A lot of it depends upon your skills, and
they don't want to make themselves look bad either.
Yeah. Is Sherry there?
Yeah, she's living with a family that's
Well, who are you?
Rebecca from Downtown Project.
Oh, good. Rebecca from Downtown Project is here.
Oh.
So remember, Sandrina was supposed to be here, right? Earlier in the week?
Right.
Okay. So Rebecca is the person from Downtown Project. You're in HR, right?
I am.
Okay. So were you Sandrina's boss?
Yes.
You were her boss. Okay. And so do you have a few minutes to watch what we do?
Absolutely.
Great. All right. So anyway, Rebecca, I was just saying we just entered into agreement with Manpower so that in weeks 13 through 16, when our students are on internship, they're going to go to Manpower for another level of preparedness and then for placement. So I think Manpower will be calling on you if you don't know them already. Okay, good. So what we do at this time of the day on Fridays is our quiz day. So 8 o'clock quiz, 9 o'clock quiz, 10 o'clock quiz, 11 o'clock quiz, 12 o'clock quiz, 1 o'clock quiz, 1:30. Now we do our memorization. So everybody gets to come up. They've been memorizing a speech or a prayer or a poem or something all week. They get to come up and recite it live on YouTube for the rest of the world. So I guess without any further ado, we should get started. And who is our person? Nick, you're the director, okay? And you're the other person. Okay, Jonathan's going to go first. Which one are you doing?
Jabberwocky.
Jabberwocky. Okay, good.
I didn't memorize it all, but I got it.
Do your best.
Sit down. Lower left. Should I sit?
Well, do you mind?
No, I'm going to sit. All right, that's better.
Ready? Quiet on the set.
3.
I'm Jonathan King, and today I'll be reciting Jabberwocky by Lewis Carroll. 'Twas brilling in silty toves did gry and grimble in the wob, and the mimsies were the barrel groves, and the moan rafts are grab. Beware the Jabberwock, my son, the jaws that bite, the claws that catch. Beware the Jub bird, and shun the Frimis Bandersnatch. He took his Rupple swirled in hand, long time the max home fall he sought. So rested he by the tum-tum tree, and stood a while in thought. And as in uffish thought he stood, the Jabberwock with eyes of flame came waffling through the Tugglewood, and burbled as it came. 1, 2, 1, 2, and through the Vorpal blade went snicker snack. He left it dead, and with its head he went galumphing back. And as thou slain the Jabberwock, come to my arms, my beamish boy. O Frabrous day, Callooh Calais, he chortled in his joy. 'Twas brilling in silty toves, did gry and grimble in the wob. All mimsies were the burrow groves, and the moan rafts outgrob. Thank you very much.
Okay. So who's next? Dylan, all right. Dylan, sure, you know you're here. Which one are you doing, Dylan?
Keep it on.
Okay, so would you, when you get up there, would you let say what page it's on, or somebody know so that Rebecca can see it?
I don't know what page it's on.
I'm about to tell you right now.
What is it?
Peepers song?
17.
Page 17.
Quiet on set.
3.
My name's Dylan Brumman. I'm going to be reciting Peepa's Song by Robert Browning. The years in the spring, the days in the morn, mornings at 7, the hillside dew pearled. The larks on the wing, the snails on the thorn, God's in his heaven, all's right with the world.
Quiet on the set.
3.
Hello, everybody. My name is Otis, and this week I'll be reading Red, Red Rose, and I'll be reciting the Lord's Prayer.
What page?
Page 81. A red, red rose, Robert Burns. Oh, my love's like a red, red rose that's newly sprung in June. Oh, my love's like the melody that sweetly played in tune. As for art thou, bonny lass, so deep in love am I, and I will love thee, my dear, till the seas gang dry. Till the seas gang dry, my dear, and the rocks melt with the sun. I will love thee, my dear, while the sands of life shall run. As fare thee will, my love, my only love, and fare thee will a while. And I will come again, my love, though it were 10,000 miles. And now for the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us each day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever and ever.
There you go.
Who's next? Don't know everybody jumped at once.
Hey, that sure got John broke.
Quiet on the set.
3.
My name is Mfalme Damu Moja Odi. Mfalme mean king, Damu mean blood, and Moja mean one. The king of kings who shed his blood for one people. I'm here to say 2 poems. One is the Pledge of Allegiance, and the other one is beautiful on page 14 and 15. The Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. My second poem is beautiful. Beautiful faces are they that wear the light of a pleasant spirit there. Beautiful hands are they that do deeds that are noble, good, and true. Beautiful feet are they that go swiftly to lighten another's woe.
Yeah.
Do you see me? Is it too far?
Quiet on the set.
3.
Hi, my name is Mark Thiessen, and I'll be reading The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost today. 2 roads diverged in yellow word, and sorry I could not travel both, and be one traveler. Long I stood, and looked down one as far as I could, to where it bent in the undergrowth. then took the other as just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear. Though as far for that passing there, had warned them really about the same, and both that morning equally lay, in leaves no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day, yet knowing how ways lead on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back, and shall be telling you this with a sigh. Somewhere ages and ages hence, 2 roads and a word, and I took then one less traveled, and that has made all the difference.
Quiet on the set.
3.
My name is William Hendricks, and I'll be reciting Beautiful, page 17, McGuffey's Second Reader. Beautiful faces are they that wear the light of a pleasant spirit there. Beautiful hands are they that do deeds that are good, deeds that are noble, good, and true. Beautiful feet are they that go swiftly to lighten another's woe.
Very good, man. Good job.
That's over.
Quiet on the set.
3.
My name is